Hi guys, welcome to Creations by Karen, and today is day 15 of the 20-day Christmas craft challenge. So today we're gonna do something fun. I got this. It's just a piece of scrapbook paper, but I really liked it. It says merry and bright, and I really like the colors in it, and it was something that I wouldn't use when I'm just making stuff, so I thought I think I'll find something to do with that because I don't throw anything away. If you've ever been in Craft Central down here, you know that. You know, it's a crazy place. I found these round discs at my local dollar store. This one says Welcome Fall on it. And you're not going to see this, so I'm going to use it. I was going to use it for another project, and I decided not to do it. So, anyways, I got to take this. And this is actually two put together. And I put these together with just hot glue. And because one is just a little bit flimsy, so I got this at my local Dollar Tree, and I bought two and put them together. And once again, it was going to be something for fall, but I was looking for things to do for you guys. So anyways, what you want to do with this, you're not going to see this, is just take this and place it on top of your merry and bright. And you kind of want it in the center. So I just fit it down here. Like that, and I'm just going to take something and just trace around it. Where has my pen? Let's see here. What do I got? I got a pen. So a pen. Yep, this will work. Okay, so I just see if I make sure I got everything in here. And you're not going to see this because I'm going to cut this off. So I just come around and trace it. Just like this. Simple, simple, simple. It's like a cut and paste thing. And then I'm just going to cut around it. Just cut around the outside. And I want to be about 1/4 of an inch or maybe a little less or more around the outside. So I just go ahead, because I don't want this gold on here for some reason. I don't know why, but just going to make sure I don't want that gold on here. So maybe I'll just do this much. And you don't have to be exact with this. You're not going to see it. You're not going to see this part. Just cut around. I'm having a moment. Here we go. Just trying to get everything in place, and I know this is backwards for you guys, and I apologize, but it is what it is. I know I got this at Michael's, but I can't remember what book it was from. I just had it in my stash. So I'm just going to throw this away. Now, the fun part is when you have to put Modge Podge on this. So here's my Modge Podge. I got this one at my local dollar store. I tend to get them in bulk at Michael's, but this is what I had. So I just put a generous amount on. That looks good. And I just take an old paintbrush and just spread it around on the whatever side you want to cover. And you can paint these, or you can just leave them the way they are. Be generous with your Modge Podge because you want to make sure it sticks. Okay, so just come around with your paintbrush. This is just an old paintbrush that I had. You can use whatever you have. Come and paint. Just paint. Paint the Modge Podge on. Alright, so I've got a lot of Modge Podge on here. And you got to work kind of quickly because this stuff will really dry fast. Okay, putting that aside. Then I take my picture that I've cut out, and I'm just going to place it down on my round. And like I said, this doesn't have to be perfect at all. Just place it down where you think it'll go. Okay, that looks good. That's fine. And if you have any excess, you just cut it off. And then I take one of these scrapers that I got at my local dollar store, and I don't want to mark up the front of this, so I'm just going to fold this in half or more and fold it again, and I'm going to take this and I'm just going to just rub on this so it gets all the bubbles out, because even though it was pretty good putting down, it still has bubbles. You don't want them to show. Okay, so just come around. If you have any excess Modge Podge, it'll come out like it did right here. And I want to make sure that bright is really down. Okay? And then you're going to put another coat of Modge Podge on top once this dries. You got that part? Okay. Already done it. Whoopsie. Okay, putting that aside, let it dry. And here's one that I've already done. And as you can see, it's flat and there's Modge Podge on here, so it's not going to go anywhere. So the next thing I want to do is cover up these edges, because I cut this one a little bit short, and I'm going to put some of this twine that I got. I think somebody gave this to me, I think. So I've got my hot glue gun, and I just want to start at the top, because you're not going to see this part because it's going to be covered. So just come around the top and just put a good amount along the edge. Just like this. And then take your twine or ribbon, whatever you want to use, anything is good, and just place it down there, right along the edge. Now I might probably have to go around again, and that's okay. And work quickly, because this glue tends to dry pretty quickly. Just come around, see how that one's come up a bit. You can kind of be flexible with this. Come around, place the glue on it. Just lay it down. And I'm not worried about the edge, because this kind of covers it. Can't believe it's 15 days already. 15 days I've been doing this. The 20-day Christmas craft challenge. It's been kind of fun. What do you think? Got a lot of crafts done. I'll probably do another round when I do this. And I always use Gorilla Glue when I'm doing my crafts, if I'm going to be selling them or giving them away. I just want to make sure everything stays where it's supposed to. You can use finger protectors when you do this. It's probably a really good idea. I don't know how much is in here, and I don't know how much I'm using. I'm just going around. But you don't have to use a lot, but you kind of got to be quick. There we go. That looks good. Not going anywhere, I tell you. All right. If you're might have glue peeking out, it's okay. It'll come off. Finger protectors is probably an excellent idea. And like I said, you're not going to worry about this top part. You just want to make sure you're pretty straight when you go around. just come around like that. We're up at the top now. We're going to go around one more time. So I just come here, and when I get to the top, I just take a clip and clip that on there, so I know it's going to stay, because I'm going to drop down and come around here again, so it's got 2 rows. So just put your hot glue, and this you can just kind of wing it here, because you just want this to butt up against it. Once again, don't worry about the top of it, it's going to be covered. Place your twine or ribbon or cord or whatever you're using. Just place it down. You can use whatever you want. This is just for inspiration. Just inspirational. Just remember that the hot glue dries pretty quickly, and you want to make sure that you're quick when you're going around on the second row. Okay. So all the outside is covered now. Just place your fingers sort of against it so it sticks. There you go. It is hot. My fingers are telling me you should be using finger protectors. Yeah, I know. All right, come up to the top here. My glue gun stays with me for this. I think I might need a new battery. But I like cordless. It just makes me happy. There we go. I'm going to take this off and just come around. Now I'm going to cut this off so it butts up against this one here. My scissors. And like I said, you're not going to see this part up at the top. But this does fray or unravel or whatever you like to call it. So I'm just going to put some hot glue on there and just kind of feed it down just like that. Do as I say, not as I do. Finger protectors. Should use them. I'm a nurse, so I have pretty tough fingers. So I'm just going to put this on here. But that's what it looks like so far. I just put red around the outside. And you could put whatever color you like. I'm using red because I like it. Because it's got red in it. Alright, I'm going to put that aside because I'm going to make a bow. And I want this to be fairly simple. So I'm just going to use this really pretty green ribbon that I got with gold on the outside. It's not one-sided. It is one-sided, sorry. So you're going to have to make sure you turn it when you make your bow. So, let's make a bow. Well, that didn't work out. Okay, yeah, my bow. There we are. Okay, so how big do I want it? I'm not sure, but I'm just going to go leave the tail about 7 inches, I think. Now, like I said, this is not double-sided, so I'm just going to turn it. Just put that on there. And I'm going to make these about maybe 3 inches. Let's go with that. 3-inch loops on the first 3. Do I want 3? Yes. I think 3 works out. I'm using a bow dabber to do this. That looks good. That's not the right side, so we're going to go here and make this 3. And then I turn it So the good side is facing down. And then I just do another 3. I'm going to do 3, then 2, then 1. And then do the side. Turn it. You know what? I think I'm pretty happy with that. Maybe just 2. So 2, the second, this is 2 on here, so there's 3. I got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. This will be 3. There we go. And then I think I'll go with what my original was. I'll make this just a little bit smaller. I'm going to do 2 of these. So probably about a 1/2 inch or so smaller. And I'm going to do 2 of those. Come around. Place it down. You want these to be about the same size. And then I'm going to do 1 that's just a little bit smaller than these. And then turn it and do 1 more. And you want to leave a 7-inch tail because that's what you have on the other side. Okay, so I need something, and I did for the life of me. I always forget something. Let's see if I've got a I need a zip tie or something. Maybe I'll use this twine. Twine works. You're not going to see it, so I don't care. So, you're going to take this off here, but you want to be really careful when you're taking it off so you don't go off center. So put this aside. There we go. And then I take my twine and I just wrap it around a couple of times. 1. Easier said than done. There we go. 1, 2, and then I'm just going to tie it at the back. If I had a zip tie, I would zip tie it. Just makes it a little bit easier. Just snug it up nice and tight. And I just cut it off. Make sure that's right in the center of the back. There we go. All right. Cut that off. And then I'm going to take another piece of this ribbon to go in the center. So I just cut about this much off, 3 inches or so. I'm just going to turn it in and take my glue gun. Just put some hot glue on it. And then, oh, this, once again, finger protectors. And I'm just going to place this around this like there. So I'm going to start at the back. So I just put a generous amount of hot glue on the twine that you've wrapped, and then place this down and hold it for a sec. It's going to be pretty. And then come around, and you don't want to pull this really tight. That looks good. And then just place this on here, like so, and leave it for a second. So while that's finishing, cooling off, put this aside. I'm going to take this back. I'm going to put a hanger on the back of this to hang it up. So I kind of want it to kind of go over the M and then the Y because it says Mary. So I'm just going to use this twine, I think. So I'm just going to cut a piece off that I think would be appropriate. And you can do this in a lot of different ways. You can hot glue it. You can drill a hole. So I just would like to mark where I'm going to put these. So there's one, and there's another one. So it kind of sits center. I'm going to just put a bit of hot glue, and I don't want this to be up too high. So just try to do it same place both times. And just sit that down in your hot glue, just like that. And then I like to put a little bit of hot glue on top, so I know that's not going anywhere. And set it aside to dry. Now I'll fluff my bow. So I'm going to cut this piece off. And fluff my bow. So I want that tail to be down and this tail to be down, just like that. This is going to kind of just curl, and the reason I put the center one is in case you can see something. And then I just open these up. They go on either side of the center. And you want to make sure that they're pretty even. And they are. And then your three, one is in the center and one is down. So everything kind of looks the same. That's what you want. Once again, I have 4 on here. That's not what I want. I was trying to rush. I'm just going to cut this off. It's adhered down here, so I don't have to worry. You're not going to see this part. That's okay. Don't worry about it. We all make mistakes. I make a lot. Okay. Come around. Fluff your bow. And then I like to ducktail the ends, but I'm not going to do that yet until I get it right on here. Okay, so is that good? Yep. Just going to cut these off. Wait where if I fix them. And you could put something on top of this, and I might do that. But for now, I'm just leaving it. Okay, so I'm going to take this off, and I'm going to just put the simple bow over top of the center so you can't see it. This part. So just put a generous amount of hot glue on here, right in the center. Need more. Place this down. I like glue. I'm a glue girl. And then I'm just going to fix my ribbon onto here. And this is going to be very simple, but kind of elegant. I like elegantly simple. And I just hold it. Fluff my bow while I'm holding. Just like this. I don't want to cover up that Mary, so I might. I'm going to ducktail these ends here. So it goes off to the side. till this end. And this is going to go off to the side. That one's a little bit shorter, so I might make this shorter. There we are. And I really like it. There you go, guys. Number 15 is in the box. Yay! If you like what you saw here today, hit that like button, comment, and hit the notification button so you know every time I upload a video. And until tomorrow, day 16, I'll see you then. Love you all. Bye now.